Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are going to be talking about pens, tips, multiplacers, um, and the difference between rounds and square drills. So, this is some of what I have, but we'll get more into that. So, today we will be talking about everlasting tips from Nicole Mallender. She's in Australia, but she does have an Etsy shop and she does ship to the US. So I'm going to be telling you about my order of everlasting tips. I also have a pen I'm going to show you from Donna Bass. She does beautiful turning, and this is her card. And I will also link these in the description box below. So, as always, you can check out my Etsy shop. The link is below, and there you will find tips, accessory kits, pens, face masks, of course, because we did a lot of those this year. We did over 5,000, I believe. Anyway, I have a lot of different things, and some stuff will be coming and going. The pens will be custom turned, or I guess not really custom, but they will be turned individually, so each one is unique and individual, and you will be able to find those. My children actually are turning those finally. I had to win a pen for them to get so excited for them to see how excited I was over a great pen, for them to finally make me a pen. Anyway, so I was going to buy a custom pen from Donna Bass. She has beautiful work, and I actually happened to enter a drawing or a contest for one, and I actually won, and I was so excited. I was doing my happy dance. My kids were laughing at me. Anyway, today I received that pen, and it is so beautiful. Donna has excellent customer service, and I would recommend her if you're looking for custom pens, sparkly pens, things like that. Anyway, this is my Donna Bass pen. She sent me pictures along the way, and I was so excited to get it. I'm going to try to get close up for you. Anyway, it has pinks, orange, yellow. I don't know if you can see the detail, but I hope you can. I asked Donna if she would make me one that had a tapered end like this, because it fits more comfortably in my hand. So when I'm diamond painting and I hold my pen like this, it is really comfortable for me. I like how my hand kind of fits right here in this cradle she made. Anyway, I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Donna. Love my pen. So go check her out. I believe her Facebook is Custom Diamond Painting Pens and More by Donna Bass. So anyway, check her out. Oh, and my pen, it came with a single placer, a 6-piece straightener, and a nine placer. So I don't know how many of you like to use multiplacers, but when I first started diamond painting, I hated it. So now I do more and more, and I'm starting to absolutely love multiplacing, especially on giant canvases. Multiplacers to me are a must. So as everybody, or I guess not everybody knows, but a lot of people have seen that Everlasting Tips has come out with the stainless steel tips. And I know there's some other places you can get them too, but I want to show you. This is what a normal single placer tip looks like when you, see if we can focus it, when you order it. So it has a little brass nub in it, and if you can purchase the everlasting tip, and it's a silver nub. So the stainless steel, let's see, it doesn't want to focus, but that one is just stainless steel that has been replaced in that tip. So basically you'll have the copper tip and the stainless steel tip, and you take one out and replace it with the other one. And they also have an all-in-one placer, single placer, which looks like this, where the entire thing is stainless steel, the shaft and everything. So what I like about this is when I am trying to do like place individual drills, and if I'm trying to straighten anything, I feel like I have a lot more control with this one. When I use this one, I feel like, I don't know if you can see it, if you were to push on it, there's a little bit of bend and a little bit of give. I feel like there's not as much control. So I know that's personal preference. I do like the stainless steel single placer. So, but if it were me, I would definitely go with the all-in-one, with the full shaft. But this one is a cheaper alternative. Keep in mind, to the US, these did take me 3 weeks to receive. And I know that depending on where you're at, they could take up to, I think she's saying 6 to 8 weeks. So be prepared on Everlasting Tips. I also ordered from Everlasting Tips, I have a 6-piece straightener. I don't know if you can see that edge. And I used to, let's see if I can find them. I tried using these straightener edges. They're just plastic. I did not like them. I felt like I was either moving too much, not enough. I didn't feel like I had a lot of control. So I ordered this stainless steel one thinking that I probably wouldn't like it, but I was going to try it. And I actually really like it. It helps me have control over those drills a lot better. Lines them up in the area I'm working, so I don't have to come back and do that later. Let me talk about pens really quick before I show the other multiplacers I got. So we talked about my Donna Bass pen that I love. And then we've got these two pens. These are Diamond Art Club, and I think they're like $15 or $14.99 on the website. There's a couple other ones, so I like those. That's just a general when I don't have anything else to work with pen that I use. And then these ones are turned by my children, Tyson and Alexis. They are part of our shop. If you watch our first video, we introduce us to you. So these are just some fun ones that they've done for me. And I really enjoy using them. I like having the different dimensions in them. It gives me a break if I'm working long periods of time. I can switch out my pens and my hands don't cramp up or whatever. So on the Everlasting Tips, when you order them, they are small. Like their shaft, let me get some out here. Their shaft is smaller than right here. This is a little bit smaller circumference, and it's a little bit longer. So they don't always fit in your pens. If you're going to be ordering a Everlasting Tips and a custom pen, you may want to ask the person who's making your pen to drill that hole just a little bit longer. I apologize, I don't have great focus. So, and then, so when you try to put these tips in, they're going to be loose in your pens. So all you have to do is wrap a little bit of washi tape around it and then put it right in your pen, and it should fit nice and snug. I've got quite a few in my pens that are nice and snug. So I ordered a 6-placer, a 9-placer, a 4-placer, and a 2-placer, as well as my straightener and my single placers. So what I want to show the difference, I want to show the difference between the different types of multiplacers. So we have this kind, which is what a lot of people refer to as the skinny or the narrow multiplacer. You've got this one that is a little bit wider. You can see the channel in it is wider, so it's going to have different control over your drills. And then you've got the Everlasting Tip Placer. So if you look at the channel in them, let's see if we can get it right here. The channel is different sizing in each one, and I like this one. You can see more of your drill when you're placing it. You feel you have a little more control. This one I haven't been able to master. I feel like I cannot control the placement of them. This one is nice. I like the nice skinny edges. It gives you a little bit more control on placing. They all are flat, as you can see. So as you pick them up in your drill tray, you can I actually have a little piece I'm going to show you. So what I normally use has been this, you can see it's nice and worn out. This is my 4-placer that has some warping on the edges due to, oh, there you go, due to using it on the drills. So normally I would use that and place it down, and let's see if I have a pen I can throw that into. So normally these are round drills. This is just a piece of clear canvas I got. It's a diamond dots. So normally you would pick up your drills, place them down. Well, the 4-placer on the Everlasting Tips, I have patty wax in it too. If I pick it up, I have a hard time picking up all 4 of them. And if you look at it, the drills, if you look at the edges right there, you see the drills don't quite fit. Now these are round drills. If I see and they fall out, I don't feel like I have really good control over it. But now I'm going to show you it with a square drill. Now on a square drill, 4 drills fit great, and it fits really nicely, and you can control it a lot more. I found that with every single one of my multi-placers from Everlasting Tips, they are a little bit small. I'm going to show some comparisons. You have, there we go. I don't know if you can see it. The channel is just a little bit smaller. If you look at the 9-placer, you can see, I'm not very good at this. You can see the difference in the length of that channel. And so it's a little bit different. And also in the 6-placer, let me see where I placed that one. So you can see that that channel length is just different. So if you're using the stainless steel Everlasting Tips Multiplacer for square drills, you're going to be able to line those up and they're going to fit in just right. If you're using it for round drills, assume that you have one less drill in there. So I would call this a 3-placer, a 5-placer, and an 8-placer for rounds. The 2-placer seems to work great for either one, squares or rounds. So we get our squares, they pick up nicely, and our rounds also. The problem I have with these is if you're getting the kit from AliExpress, one of the cheap Amazon ones, some of the drills aren't the best quality. And you'll get some drills that are taller than the others, and you notice it extremely bad when you're using the stainless tips. The non-stainless tip, this plastic tip, because you're able to start to mold your wax and your tip into your drills that you're using, that is actually a better one I have found for doing projects with uneven drills. So Everlasting Tips, they're a little bit expensive, but they're everlasting. They're not going to wear out. I've used patty wax in them and pink wax, and I really like the patty wax in them. The next tip I'm going to talk about is this gray tip that you keep seeing on a couple of my pens. So this is, I had to put some washi tape on there. Like I said, sometimes they're not all the right size. This is a 10-placer. This is a 5-placer. Now this is a custom designed tip that my daughter and I have spent a few months trying to perfect. We've printed on the 3D printer. We've printed and tested multiple tips, and this is what we've come up with. Now this rounded edge here is our preferred multi-placer because of the control that it gives you. Now if you're using the 10-placer, and by the way, this 10-placer on a square actually turns into an 11-placer, but these were built for rounds. So if we pick it up, I don't know if you can see this, you just roll it right on, and then you roll it right off. Well, Didn't do very well with that one, huh? So when you do this, I don't like these trays. It gives you the control to do 1 or 2 or a whole row. The same with the 5-placer. You can pick them up and roll them out. And some canvases, I know when you do rounds, the spacing is a little bit different. So to me, when I use them, if my spacing is tighter, I just push a little bit on that last one and it tightens them up. Or as I go out, I kind of push it towards the end and it'll straighten them out that way. I found that pink wax works fantastic in these multi-placers. I think it's the PLA material that these are made out of, but it just holds it in there. I put this wax in a couple days ago and I haven't had to add any more, and it's been working really great. So these are available in our Etsy shop. They are $5 for the big one, $4 for the small one, or $8 for the set. And those do come in multiple colors. Anyway, so that's my little spiel on the pens, the tips, the multi-placers. I prefer, let's see, the 2 pens that I use all the time are these 2. And I usually have my custom 10 placer, my custom 5 placer, my everlasting tip straightener, and my everlasting tip single placer. So these are what if you catch me diamond painting, these are the 2 pens that are right on my canvas with me. I always have different pens surrounding me with different tips in, but these are the ones I like the best. Not necessarily because they're these 2 pens, but because they're these tips. So I'll probably switch those out with my new Donna Bass pen. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below in the comment section and I will address what I can. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye now.